Dr. Alex Carter was a renowned psychologist who specialized in treating patients with severe mental disorders. He had helped many people overcome their traumas and fears, and he was respected by his peers and colleagues. But he had also made some enemies. One of them was his former patient, Kevin Jones. Kevin was a sociopath who had been convicted of multiple murders. He had been sent to a psychiatric hospital, where Dr. Carter had tried to treat him. But Kevin had resisted his therapy, and had developed a deep hatred for Dr. Carter. He blamed him for his imprisonment, and vowed to get revenge. One day, Kevin managed to escape from the hospital. He had planned his escape for months, and he had also planned his revenge. He knew where Dr. Carter lived, and he decided to pay him a visit. He broke into Dr. Carter's house one night, when he was asleep. He injected him with a sedative, and dragged him to his car. He drove him to an abandoned warehouse, where he had prepared a twisted experiment for him. He tied Dr. Carter to a chair, and hooked him up to a device that could monitor his brain activity and manipulate his senses. He also placed a camera in front of him, so he could see his face. He waited until Dr. Carter woke up, and then spoke to him through a speaker. "Hello, Dr. Carter," he said. "Do you remember me? I'm Kevin Jones, your former patient." Dr. Carter opened his eyes, and felt a surge of fear. He recognized Kevin's voice, and realized he was in trouble. "Kevin? What are you doing? Where am I?" he asked. "You're in my game, Dr. Carter," Kevin said. "A game that will test your sanity and morality." "What do you mean?" Dr. Carter asked. "I mean that I'm going to make you experience some of the things that you made me experience," Kevin said. "I'm going to make you face your worst nightmares, your deepest secrets, and your most difficult choices." "What are you talking about?" Dr. Carter asked. "You'll see soon enough," Kevin said. "But first, let me explain the rules of the game." He paused, and then continued. "The game consists of 3 rounds. In each round, I will present you with a scenario that will challenge your mind and your ethics. You will have to make a decision in each scenario, and your decision will have consequences." "What kind of consequences?" Dr. Carter asked. "That depends on your decision," Kevin said. "But let me warn you, some of them will be painful, some of them will be humiliating, and some of them will be fatal." "Fatal? You mean you're going to kill me?" Dr. Carter asked. "Maybe," Kevin said. "But not before I make you suffer." He laughed maniacally, and then said, "Are you ready for the first round?" Dr. Carter felt a surge of panic. He tried to free himself from the chair, but it was useless. "No, please, don't do this," he begged. "Too late," Kevin said. "The game has begun." He pressed a button, and the device activated. Dr. Carter felt a jolt of electricity in his brain, and then everything went black.